All right, you guys. Appreciate you guys. Um, we're just gonna kind of get right into it. And you know, I just been sitting back and just really uh, watching everything, and it's time. It's time for him to go. It's time. It's time for Kyle Shanahan to go. 120%. It's time for him to go. It's time for this guy. Hold on. Let me see. Oh, that guy. But it's all good. It's time for him to go. Um, and everybody has their time, but it's time for Kyle to go, bro. For real, for real. Everybody has their moment, their time, and he had 8 years to get it done. He came close a couple of times. He came to get it done, almost close to get it done. And then what did he have? The first time they did in 2019, when he went to Super Bowl, it was a lot faster of a rebuild. And it was 3 years. Yeah, it was about average, right, for a rebuild. And the NFC West was just Seattle and San Francisco at that point, right? Um, and I think that so the NFC was kind of weak for quite a bit of time. Usually there's only like 2 to 4 teams in NFC that are, you know, elite level enough to go to the Super Bowl and maybe perhaps have a chance to win it. 49ers were clearly that team in 2019. Uh, and throughout the years, they maintained some type of elite status compared to the other teams. But after a certain amount of time, you start seeing things. The first time I saw the biggest red flag was with Jimmy Garoppolo. Okay. Jimmy Garoppolo and Kyle Shanahan didn't really get along too well. But Jimmy Garoppolo played very well. But you could see in the Super Bowl, uh, Jimmy's frustrations. You can see Kyle's frustrations, and you can see why uh, these guys uh, were destined not to be together for a amount of time. I don't know. Perhaps I'm thinking now it was due to Kyle Shanahan's absolutely trying to control the team, similar to what his father does. He makes similar to his mistakes his father did, but I will say this. Um, his father won Super Bowls. You know what I mean? Won 2 Super Bowls. Came from a franchise where he's an offensive coordinator and won Super Bowls. So he has a Super Bowl rings as an offensive coordinator. He has Super Bowl rings plural as, a head coach. And one thing his father never got away from was running the football. Um, and that was something that I will say that was different from him, from Kyle. Um, then you see the Trey Lance thing. Okay. I know you guys aren't big on Trey Lance. I still believe Trey Lance is still 24 years old, and he never gave that young man a shot. He should have never drafted him, knowing he needed to develop on a team. And if he wasn't going to be able to play him and use him as a scapegoat to go to the owner and sit down with him and tell him we have a quarterback that's better, in the midst of having you're trying to develop a guy that his hasn't started a season yet. It's really some backstabby type stuff. You know what I mean? So then you have that situation. And then you start having situations where you start having adjustment issues. Adjusting in the second half. I start seeing that red flag. Well, Kyle Shanahan doesn't adjust his offense in the red flag. And then I start seeing from there, they started losing and not getting into the red zone again. Then you start seeing, Dr. York fly in. And it seems like when Dr. York fly in, things get corrected very easy. Some people get scared of their job security, and things start to change, right? Well, after a couple years of that, this year we saw with the Buccaneers, they came out like a lot better, but there was some things I saw like, you know, but this time there's no excuses, Kyle. You have a healthy Christian McCaffrey. How healthy is he going to get? Christian McCaffrey. You got a great running back room. You have a great receivers. You have all-pro receivers, all-pro fullback, all-pro left tackle. You have all-pro fullback. I mean, shit. There's nothing left. There's absolutely nothing left on the offense that you don't need. He has every weapon you need. He has a good offensive line. Even on the right side, they're good. They're playing pretty good. You know what I mean? So his offense should not be this stagnant to where they're putting up this minimum amount of points. And then also another red flag was last year. Instead of getting a great defensive coordinator, he opts out and goes in-house. Well, no, he opts out and gets Wilks. I understood what Wilks. I liked the hiring of Wilks because Wilks knew how to blitz. He knew how to put pressure on the defense, what have you. The issue why Wilks took all the blame was because they didn't have enough young talent to develop, and he was changing things. He was changing things a little bit different. But if you look at it now compared to last year, at least QB pressures were up. At least it seemed like they were going after the quarterback. You know, as you could see, the young talent and the in the coverage department and the backfield are starting to develop. You start seeing, that now you can see, there's no pressure on the quarterback. They go and get these older guys that were in their prime, that were big names when they were in their prime, like Devontae Campbell, Leonard Floyd, and it just doesn't have the same balance, the same thing. Instead of going to get a guy that's an upstart or a guy that still kind of is in his prime, and using them for cheap options. And this is Kyle Shanahan rules the team with the iron fist. You can't tell me it's John Lynch. It's Kyle Shanahan rules his team. He has one of those iron contracts. So it doesn't matter, if we could say, well, John Lynch is the GM. He's the one doing it. Maybe to a certain extent, but it's Kyle Shanahan. Kyle Shanahan is running. Same thing was going when his father was in the Broncos, and then the same thing was going when he went to DC. So it's like almost like a lot of father like son, but in this particular situation, it's not happening where he's not as successful as his father was. He doesn't stay the course with his running game like his father. And then you have Brock Purdy running around with his running around like his head, like a chicken, cutting off his head with his chicken. Excuse me, I probably messed up that analogy, but my bad. The 49ers are trash. I'll just come out straight out and say it. They're a trashy team. They're trash. They're my team, but they're trash. They're not going to the playoffs. They're not going to the playoffs. I'm going to say it again. They're not going to the playoffs. The NFC is the most competitive it's been in the last 4 years. The NFC is most competitive. I'm saying things again so you guys can get it in your head. You're like, well, they're 5-5. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, you guys. They're 5-5. They have they have an extreme tough schedule coming up. The Buffalo Bills just took the throne as the elite team in the NFL. They just beat the Kansas City Chiefs. And you guys remember the Buffalo Bills could never get past the Kansas City Chiefs in the regular season and in the postseason. Well, it's a new day. It is a new day. And we have to play those guys soon on the schedule. And I'm going to touch base on the schedule, and we're going to go over the schedule as well. But let's go over Kyle Shanahan's, what he has to say at the presser, and we'll go from there. God help our soul listening to this.
All right, guys. Injuries from the game. Tatum Bethune had a knee, didn't return, possible MCL. Renato Green, finger, he returned. Cowing had a concussion, never returned. Juice cleared the protocol, he returned. Bosa, hip/oblique, did not return. Go ahead.
Just coming off the field, how do you explain what happened today? Just what are your thoughts about what transpired?
Just extremely disappointed. Thought we had a chance to put him away a number of times throughout.
You know, the head coach does have say-so over the defense as well. You hired Sorensen, right? As this great dynamic, play defensive guy, whatever that you hire, right? So if you see Geno Smith, who's a pretty good mobile quarterback, not Lamar Jackson yet, or never will be, but really good enough to move around that pocket and to take off and gash you for a bunch of yards, then why not play spies? Why not have Fred Warner, maybe slide the safety down, play spy, maybe have Devontae Campbell play spy, maybe have somebody there to spy him, especially if he's gashing you through the whole drive, the whole fourth quarter, to make it see, bro, you didn't put up no points, really. What are you talking about? He's played extremely well, and you thought you had it at the end. What are you talking about?
The game. I thought the penalties we had on a number of drives just killed us. I thought we had some good momentum, and then had a penalty that kind of ended the drive on two big drives that cost us points on both of them. Still should have put it away there on that last drive. And
very undisciplined football team. Your team is a reflection of your coach, and your O-lineman kept making penalties, kept setting the drive back. When you get a first down, it's your reflection of the coach. No, and you notice in a presser, it's always we, or what have you, or he puts the blame on everybody else. He didn't say, I got to do better as a head coach. You won't hear this. Or maybe he will say this. You know, we got 5 more minutes left of this.
And I had every opportunity to, and missed a couple opportunities to do that. And when we did that, we gave them a chance, and I thought our defense played great all game until that last drive. But let them hang around, and when you let people hang around, that's what happens.
Your offense possession before the very last one there, you had a 4th and 6, I think, and then they called timeout, and then it seemed like there was another stoppage of some sort. We didn't get an explanation. What happened there?
Yeah, I thought they called 2 timeouts in a row, so I thought there was a penalty. They said that they didn't on the second one, so.
Gotta learn how to manage the game. You've been coaching for all these years. You know, I'm on Kyle right now. I'm on him. You know what I mean? Because I'm tired of the excuses. I'm tired of it. He doesn't even look like he wants to be there anymore. You know what I mean? He knows it's about to hit the fan. This face right here is letting me know it's about to hit the fan, bro. It's about to hit the fan for Kyle Shanahan. And it's change is coming. You know what I mean? I don't know if they're going to to buy him out of his contract? I don't know. But I do know change is coming. And I don't know if it'll be this year, but it's going to happen. Depending on, I would say to you guys, depending on how this season goes and how close they are. All right, I just want to check my thing real quick. So depending on how close this season, how close they are to making the playoffs, will determine how Kyle Shanahan next year goes. Either he's going to be fired or he's going to be in super scorching hot seat.
Well, but when Geno Smith gets those two big runs at the end, is that a breakdown or is that just him making great plays?
No, it's not a breakdown. It's just getting through the D-line. Everyone was in coverage. One was versus zone, the first one. The next one, I believe, was versus man. No one was open in the rhythm of the play, and you got to keep him in the pocket, and he broke through there, and especially on the touchdown run. Guys in man coverage had their backs to him, and can't let him out of the pocket there.
Moses' issue was the same thing he was dealing with all week, and it just went?
No, I think it was a different one. Yep.
This team has you've talked about second half surges being better in the second half. Hasn't quite happened yet. How disappointing is that? How can you put your finger on why it's not happening?
It didn't happen because what I just answered in this game. We had our opportunities to win this game. I'm not going to talk about the whole second half. The second half just started.
No accountability whatsoever. No accountability whatsoever. You call the plays, Kyle. It's in your contract. You call the plays. What are you talking about, we? No. You call this shitty play calling. And then when you get into the red zone, you can't get delivered. And you haven't been delivering. It's been like that. You'll get these slumps in the red zone. You don't know how to make second half adjustments while other teams thrive on making second half adjustments. It's like you could be the smartest coach in the world. This is with anything. With work, with anything. You could be the smartest guy. Like, okay, I'll make an example for YouTube, right? I'm not saying I'm the smartest guy in the world, okay? I'm not saying I'm the dumbest guy either. But one thing I will know when it comes to making content, whether it's gaming, sports, reactions, or what have you, one thing I know, you have to make adjustments. Okay, this didn't go too well. This needs to be better. I need to do this better. And you do this better, blah, 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 right? You take accountability for it. Well, in football, when you have a head coach with so much power and it's over your team and is calling all your plays, and you have to take accountability. I've seen coaches come up there and say, you know what, that's my fault. That's something we need to work on as an offensive coaching staff. As me in particular, I'm the one out there calling plays. We get none of that shit.
Of the season, if that's what you mean, and we won last week and lost this week, and thought we had every opportunity to win this game, and we didn't get it done. So we got to make sure we find a way to win next week.
Almost lost last week too. Let's just be real. Almost lost last week to a depleted Tampa Bay Buccaneers team. A depleted Tampa Bay Buccaneers don't even have their two starting receivers on their team. Have a Beverly injuries and still almost lost. Let's just face it. But when you play a better team than Tampa Bay, you're not going to be able to pull the circus act.
Are you saying that Bosa had a separate
Yep.
hip injury? Mm-hmm. Is it the other hip? Is it?
Yeah, the other one. Not hip, oblique.
You and Christian, that you haven't been able to get the running game too consistently. Is that just blocking there? Well, what are you seeing on not being able to kind of pop one?
I think we didn't break a big one today. I mean, last time versus them, I think we had a 174-yarder and 138-yarder. Today it was some solid running, but no big ones. They did a good job not letting us get through their secondary, but when you don't get a big one, it's tough to get those yards.
Rock today.
Same as everyone, did some good things and missed some things.
Right. Juwan Jennings obviously had a pretty good game fourth quarter. How much do you guys miss George Kittle, though? It seems like whenever he's out of the lineup, it really does affect the offense.
Yeah, whenever you're missing good players, it's always...
Oh, there it is. There's that blame. That fucking reporter just gave him ammunition. When you guys ask these questions, it seems like when you have George Kittle on the offense, why does every team has injuries? Every team has star players. So when you start, I watched this game, and what I watched is I watched them not do the same type of plays. You know, they almost like they limited their playbook because George Kittle wasn't there. I seen them do this, and I seen it. I was watching. I said, man, it seems like they're limiting their playbook when it calls these running plays. You know what I mean? And that's something Kyle does. It's like, oh, George Kittle's not playing, so let me not call these other running plays over here because George Kittle isn't playing. Meanwhile, I have a good O-line, and I have a Hall of Famer left tackle where I could run behind. I have a Hall of Famer fullback that I could run him out and run him as a not just as a pass defender, but I can run him in there because he's a Hall of Fame fullback. But I won't use him though. Oh no, I won't use Juszczyk, who's probably one of the best fullbacks that ever played the game, and in blocking situations. No, I won't do that.
Big deal, it's we went a little extra. We played Jalen Moore a little bit at tight end today, something different to help with that. Thought Eric stepped it up and did good, especially showing up this morning sick and things like that. But yeah, it's George is a great player, so it always helps when he's out there.
Did you have any kind of setback, or was that just from the
Blaming the other players. Accountability, Kyle. It's like a low-key way of blaming your players without really blaming your players. Yeah, he was sick, but he played okay. He got through with the pain. Basically saying, oh yeah, we put him out there and, he didn't, it was a little bit different, Accountability. Key word for this guy right here. Take accountability, bro. Accountability. Hey. Count. I'm probably spelling this wrong. My bad, you guys. I'm not. Ability? Okay, I should stop. I'm not a good speller. I took accountability. I'm letting you know I suck at spelling. So there you go. That's I let you know I'm not good at spelling. Accountability, Kyle. See how that goes? See, I took accountability. I'm letting the people know that's watching me. Accountability. All right?
No setback. Just couldn't go. Would have been too risky.
What would you say to the team about this loss?
Kind of exactly what I just said to you guys. Like, we had every opportunity to run away with that and put it away. Thought the defense did a bunch of.
Man, he is a snarky, smart ass. He's a smart ass dude. Their job is the press job is to ask you questions, bro. Like, how you gonna get there, come in there and get mad with them? Because your ass didn't do good. He does these little smart ass remarks, like little smart ass undertones. Whenever they ask him a question, I always notice this too. Whenever they ask him a question, he has these smart ass undertones. And when they ask Kyle something, hey Kyle, what would contribute to the offense, not only putting up 18 points. Well, I adjusted before. You didn't hear me before. The same damn thing I said before. Kyle Shanahan's been doing pressers for a long time and done several amount of pressers. He should know how this go. The media is doing their job, bruh.
Of that, especially getting that turnover in the third quarter. Felt real good about going in and scoring, and couldn't overcome the penalties. It happened on 2 of our drives that cost us points, I think, at the end of the second half. and also in the beginning of the third quarter. The other drive in the first half, the other punt. We had the turnover on that one drive in the first half, but it's when you have opportunities to do it and you hurt yourself with penalties and a few missed opportunities, you got to finish it there at the end. And was disappointed because I thought the offense had every chance to do that, and we didn't get it done there. And
Bosa was having such a strong game up to the point of where he got hurt. How debilitating is it to look, for everybody to look and
Do you think Kyle Shanahan's going to blame the defense? Or do you think Kyle Shanahan's going to take accountability? Or do you think he's going to find a way to weasel in to make it seem like all players do? Yeah, Nick Bosa is a great player. Probably one of the top 5, if not the top 3, best pass rushers in the league. Okay, he's probably going to be in the Hall of Fame. Let's keep it real. Nick Bosa is Nick Bosa. He's one of one, right? But at the same time, most teams, they have injuries. You find a way, you scheme up things.
see the defensive player of the year standing on the sidelines when the game's in the balance.
I mean, we don't think about that in the moment. I mean, just like his question with George, helps when Nick's out there, especially on that last drive and stuff. But thought we had a couple opportunities to get to him. I think we did get a sack or 2 on that last drive. But him getting those 2 scrambles killed us.
He scrambled a lot in this game.
Okay. That was not bad. Not bad of an answer. Not bad. Can someone please ask, for the love of it, why there was not a linebacker, a corner, a safety, somebody to spy on a mobile quarterback that likes to run out of the pocket and gas you for yards? Can someone please ask that question? Because I would love to hear his answer.
Was he leaving the pocket prematurely, or were guys not getting open on those plays?
I mean, he's been scrambling every game all year, so sometimes it's...
That's Grant. Asking about the scramble. That's Grant.
Because he has a lane sometimes.
See, that's why I fuck with Grant. Because I don't care if y'all like him or not. He's a content creator. Yes, there's you guys have to understand there's form of entertainment with it too. Giving different perspectives. If he came and said the same old BS that everybody else would say, it wouldn't be exciting to watch anybody. It'd be boring. So that's why I watch Grant the most out of everybody. There's a couple I watch. Ryan Hensley. I watch Last Second Sports. Jesse. I watch Nothing But Niners. Nitty Gritty Niners. Those are the guys I watch. Everybody else is no disrespect to them, but it's those guys, because those guys are more exciting. They give an honest and great take. So shout out to all the great 49er content creators,
Because someone's not open. I mean, it's a different one to every single play. There's never just one narrative on when you scramble.
And I'm not promoting anybody. I'm just saying, that's what it is. Like when I get done with this video, I'll probably go back and watch to see Miss Peachy and Wayne argue about the game. We're going to keep it alive. Keep it real. I want to hear those argue.
Scrambles.
Or I want to hear Grant, at 11 o'clock at night, to give it real about it. You know what I mean?
That Bosa was able to play through the hip injury last week. Clearly, he wasn't able to play through
No,
today.
it was a different hip injury. Yeah, it was the other hip.
It was the other hip. My question is, the seriousness of this hip injury, do you think it will be similar to Kittle's situation where he was able to kind of practice this week but wasn't able to go? Do you think it's the same for Bosa next week, or you're not so sure right now?
I hope so. I mean, I don't know anything but what I told you guys. It's hip oblique, and it's his other hip, and he couldn't return to the game, which means it was bothering him. So we'll see how he is tomorrow. Hopefully it's not too big of a deal, but that's all we really know right now.
Challenges, was they telling you upstairs that there was clear calls, or was it borderline even when you threw the flag?
I mean, no, you're not totally 100% sure. We felt pretty close to it. They went hurry up on both of them, and I thought it was too big of a down to risk it. I still believe that they were out, but you can't totally tell with the camera angles. And when it does go that way and you can't fully see it with the angles, they're not going to overturn it. That's it. All right, guys.
And he was quick to get the fuck out of there. He was like, he was gone. He was ready to get up out of there. Ooh, he's feeling that. Good question. Good question, Grant. And also good question to the lady reporter asking about, about if you think he's going to be able to go. Nick's going to be able to go for a week. Of course, he's not going to really know. He's not a medical person, but WW. All right, so let's go over the 49ers schedule and kind of see where we're at. I hope it is the 2024 season, all right? Like I said, I can't spell accountability. Can I spell? Let's go over their schedule. All right. All right. So they're 5-5 now, right? Let me see if I can stretch this out for you guys. Make this a little bit more aesthetic. Okay. So they have the Green Bay Packers. What is Green Bay? We're going to go over, we're going to see where these teams lie right now. Green Bay won. They're 7-3. Fuck. And it's at Green Bay. What time? Okay. At Green Bay. Against a mobile quarterback with an arm. Trey Lance. Let me stop. I'm just messing. They developed Jordan Love. Just saying. And can we please stop saying Brock Purdy's this elite quarterback? He's in an offense with elite players. He is not an elite quarterback. He's an okay to good quarterback, depending on the team and depending on the game plan of what Kyle Shanahan. Can we please stop doing that? He is not worth $60 million. I'm just going to keep it real with you. He's probably worth maybe 15 to 25 million, if that much. And that is because the QB price is so jacked up right now when it comes to quarterbacks. Do the 49ers have do they have draft position? Right now, we'll go over that too. We'll see who's available, And I always thought they should have a dual threat quarterback with an arm. Brock Purdy doesn't have a great arm. His ball placement is off. We've seen this, okay? That's why he throws interceptions a lot. It's 8 or 9 interceptions he's thrown already? And it's only week 11. So he's almost throwing it. He's averaging every interception a game. Almost. But anyway, let's go over it. But you guys think it's so great. Because those little short passes that the receivers catch, like Debo, Purcell, and Ayuk when he was, before he was injured, and Joao Jennings and George Kittle, turn into yak yards. So when you have players that have elite capabilities of catching the ball and getting tons of yak yards, it makes the quarterback look good, as opposed to quarterback throwing deep threats down the field. You don't see a ton of that because that's not in his repertoire. There's someone else that I know that played with San Francisco that had the same issue. Oh, Jimmy Garoppolo. And I was calling for him to leave. And then when they drafted a quarterback that was mobile with an arm, they didn't want to develop him. They threw him in there and made him a fucking running back. and ran him 15 to 17 times a game. And they ran him up the middle instead of around the sides with an okay line at the time. Come on, bro. What are we doing? I'm still pissed off of the Trey Lance thing. I don't give a shit what no one says about Trey Lance, bro. You got to develop your quarterback. Every quarterback needs to be developed. You know. And the right system is particular right. You have to make the system for the quarterback. Don't make him a college running quarterback. Freaking crazy. But anyway, so we have Green Bay. They're going to lose. This is an L. This is an L right here. Let me make sure you guys can see my... All right, let me go ahead. All right, so we have, we'll use 49er colors. All right, there we go. So this is a loss. Hold on, let me make sure I do it again. Bear with me. My telestrator wants to act up today. All right, let's see. That's not the right one. All right, let's try this one. No. Hold on 1 second. Okay, that's a loss, right? I'll move this down. Okay. So that's a loss, right? So then we have the Bills, right? We're just gonna go down. I'm gonna go over every team. We have the Bills. The Bills, right? They just beat Kansas City. And pretty much are saying we are for real this year. We got over the the hump. Now we're ready. We just beat Kansas City. You know what I mean? And it was a close game. It's what I expected it to be. But it wasn't as close as you might have thought it was. And they beat Kansas City. That is a loss. Then you have Chicago, who's having a little bit of issues. That's a W. They'll beat Chicago. Then you have LA. That's a W. I'll give them a W with LA, right? We'll give it a W with those guys. So next 4 games, I got them going 2-2. So now where we're at right now, they're 7-7 now. There's no room for error, right? They're 7-7. No room for error, right? Then they gotta fly all the way across country to Miami. So now they gotta play the Dolphins. Let's look at the Dolphins. Let's see how the Dolphins are doing this year. My situation says the Dolphins are probably doing pretty decent to really good, depending on. I think they're the best team in the division, aren't they? They're second in the NFC East. They're 4-6, so they're not a great team. They've won their last 2 games because Tua is back. Please, for the love of it, please wear that helmet thing, Tua. You wear the helmet thing, I know it looks ridiculous, but you probably would extend your NFL career. But now you're playing Mike McDaniel's 49ers all the way across country. And to be honest, I really don't know who would win this game. I really don't know. I don't know when it comes to Miami. I have no idea who is going to win that game. Then we have Detroit. It's a Monday night game, right? Big primetime game. The Lions are wrong. You need to look up the Lions. The Lions are probably the best team in the NFC. Close second, maybe the Eagles, but the Lions for sure. That's it, lost. That's a L, right? And then you have the Arizona Cardinals, who are the best team in the NFC West, who are Kyler Murray's playing like he did 3-4 years ago when they were really good. And now he has a new target, Marvin Harrison Jr. That's a loss. So now you have 2 more losses on your build and a question mark. You have another question mark. So you went from 7-7. Now you're at 9 losses now. Now you're at 7-9 with the question mark because I'm trying to decide if I'm going to give them the game. So already you have 9 losses. There's no team making it in NFC this year with 9 losses. Maybe a couple years ago, but not this year. So that's it. That's the end of the schedule. That's all they have left, you guys. And I really don't know about the Miami game because they're flying all the way across country. They're playing Mike McDaniel, who knows their offense and can really pick apart Kyle. And Miami is starting to gain traction now. They're 4-5, but they won their last 2 games, and Tua's playing pretty good. And they blew out the Raiders 34-16, something like that. So, with that said, you know, all right, let's go over. So I got them at best case scenario. I got the 49ers at 8-9. 8-9. Best case scenario. There's no way they're making it out in the playoffs at that. Or, depending on how that Miami game goes, I got them at 7-10. So I got them at 7-10. Depending on how that Miami game goes. There's no way this team's making it to the playoffs. Not the way they're playing. There's no way. There's no way. Alright, so let's go over the highlights. I'll do my best I can to kind of go over them and make sure this telestrator is working. It's working fine. Alright, great. Because YouTube has these copyright issues, so you see me pause in between here, a little here and there, or you try to see me work around here and skip ahead. So I'll do the best I can. I can't guarantee you I can, play this whole full clip because of issues with YouTube, but I'll do my best, you guys. And TikTok. I see you guys on TikTok. I appreciate you guys as well. I'll do the best I can for you guys on TikTok as well. All right, so what we have here. I'm not going to go over every play, but we'll just, I'm not Chase Daniels, okay? I'm not going to freaking draw plays and tell you I formation, Z, W, blah, blah, blah. I just, layman's terms, what I see, what have you. You know what I mean? No QB school over here. Just a guy that likes the 49ers and just going to react to what I see watching football for a while. And playing it in high school and stuff. That's all I got. That's the experience I got. High school and watching it. That's it. All right. Let's go ahead and see what we got here. Great out route. Bad tackle. Bad assignments on defense. It's the first. Oh, let's go back. Right here, I don't really see too much right now. Looks like everybody's pretty much covered. There could be somebody downfield. I'm not too sure. Oh yeah, there is somebody downfield. And Gino has an arm on him. Mobile quarterback with an arm. Need those in the NFL if you want to be successful. Bam, what a great throw. Right in there between 2 defenders, between Fred Warner and gosh, I can't think of his name right now. And I'm going to try to worry about it right now. So what do we see here? Okay, we see Bosa. Definitely getting the edge on the line. Definitely is on the way. I don't know if it's going to be a sack. No, Geno's a mobile quarterback. I said this is why you need a spy on when you play. 49ers have been getting gashed by quarterbacks throughout the years, starting with Russell Wilson. But this particular way, the line holds up, the D line holds up, and they don't let. And I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'm eating chicken wings, and you're gonna watch me eat chicken wings. I'm gonna keep it real. This is like we sitting here, y'all over my house, and we just sitting watching the game. We eating chicken wings. We just talking shit, having about football. I'm not trying to be the sports reporter. You know what I mean? That's not my style, bro. Make it so if you got some drinks on you, you got your beer, you got your alcohol, you got your chips, if you don't drink soda, your water, whatever you got, juice, pretzels, whatever you got, go get them, because I'm taking you to school. No, I'm just playing. All right, dude, the bad boys in ranch too. Good play, and Bosa caused all that disruption on the line. The problem is Bosa can't do that every play. All right, they kick the field goal and make the field goal. Brock Purdy thinks he's Lamar Jackson. Is it me? You guys tell me this. Is Kyle play calling outdated? Or is Brock Purdy doing a hell of a lot of running this year? Because he's in his contract year. Or is it because no one can get open? So you guys tell me. Or are teams on to Kyle's defensive game planning? Nick Sorensen, whatever you know. We know who's in charge. It's Kyle Shanahan, bro. You can put a yes man there back there all you want. Line holds up pretty good. Christian McCaffrey's open. Juwan Jennings is open. 3 receivers is open on this play. And Juwan Jennings he goes to. Good play on Brock Purdy. Very good pass. Great play selection. But then again, you have 44 all the way down at the bottom of the screen wide open. Right? Somebody tell me, did you guys not see what I see? You guys don't see that guy wide open for a touchdown? No one around him. 4 yards. No one around him. Look. The nearest defender is Ricky Pearsall. Not a good QB decision. Yeah, you got the first down and look good, but why didn't you go to the wide open guy? Okay? I mean, the guy that gets you the touchdown is what I mean. Is it because Brock Purdy can't throw downfield that great? Is his arm not, he doesn't trust his arm? Because he's thrown, 8 or 9 interceptions already in 11 games? Brock Purdy's on a throw between 17 to 21 interceptions this year. He's on that particular rate right now. Okay, look, this is what they need to be doing, running the football. Cuts back. Good cut back by Jordan Mason. Pretty good run. Rolls out. Man, Brock Purdy does a lot of running. For a guy that never did a lot of running. Okay, now he's runs for the touchdown. Did he get it? He got the touchdown. I think there's a lot going on behind the scenes. That's what I think. Oh my gosh. And Kenneth Walker Jr. is low key can be a beast. He is pretty good running back, bro. You can't tackle him like that. You just can't. All right, I'm gonna send Debo in motion. Who's jogging? What the fuck? Hold on. Is Debo jogging? He's like... Is he jogging? Keep your guys on number one. He's just staying there. He's not really... What the heck? Why is he not doing nothing? He's just standing there. Now he's looking directions that, okay, Christian, are you open? Debo, are you open? And he throws it to Christian Caffrey. And that gets picked off because it's a bad choice to throw it to a guy that is not even open. Instead of throwing it to your running and throwing it to the guy in the backfield that's literally have 2 yards of separation between the next defender. Should have threw the Debo on that play. Bad play call. You're like, I know you're thinking, oh, that interception didn't really count. No, it counted. He threw it into a coverage. Of clearly the coverage, he was not wide open at all. He had a guy open. That's what happens when people throw interceptions. Guys usually not open a lot of times out of 10. Oh, great play by defense. I was like, okay, I was encouraged. I was like, okay, finally, we're going to get some pressure on the QB. I was like, finally. Why are you moving around? Brock, if this motherfucker takes off and run, bro, I'm going to be so pissed. Why is he taking off and running? He literally has Subert. What's his name? Subert. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, bro. Right here. Wide open. Wide open, you guys. Why did he do that? Why is he trying? Is he gonna run? He's gonna fucking try to run. Now Brock Purdy wants to be fucking Lamar Jackson now. Yeah, he may get... I'm telling you, this is... Let your playmakers play. Incorporate them in the offense. If you take your players out of offense and all you're doing is trying to run, be this running quarterback, I'm not saying Brock Purdy isn't mobile. Obviously he is, but he's not a mobile dual threat quarterback. So why is he trying to... I don't know. I just don't understand it. And he could have got blasted right there. You know what I mean? Yeah, he got to play. Everybody was like, oh, great. Yeah, just because you didn't get blasted. You got to protect yourself in situations. You know, incorporate your team in the offense, especially if they're wide open. That's 2 plays back to back. I showed you guys of why Brock Purdy is not an elite quarterback. He's an okay to good quarterback, depending on who the team they're playing. That was a pretty good throw. Let me go back and look at it again. No one there. This is what you should be doing. Get the ball out. Good throw. That was a good throw. Oops, my bad, you guys. My bad. We'll get right back to it. All right. So yeah, a little bit of chippiness going on. Oh, snap. Kenny Walker just threw down. Who is that he threw down? Is that Lenore? I don't know. He threw down somebody, you guys. I don't know who. Is that Lenore? I don't know. But anyway, a little chippy, but it's all good though. It happens. It's football. No pass rush whatsoever. This is what the 49ers really missed the mark at. No pass rush whatsoever. At all. You got a guy wide open. Where's the coverage at, too? Where's the coverage at? Because you have a guy right here. Wide here. Wide open. Wide open. I don't know what's going on down the field because I can't see the camera, but you have a guy wide open. Okay. All right. Let's move on. Oh, there he is, wide open. Kenny Walker was wide open too. All right, we got a little bit of that chippiness going on, but Seattle's showing you we're gonna be the physical team this time around. You're not gonna bully us around anymore and cause another scuffle. All right. I see 4 receivers open, and I wonder you want to know. I think there was one play in the game where Brock Purdy did audible. Was this the audible play? Because if this was a terrible QB mistake. You have 3 defenders open on this play. Yeah, 3 defenders open on this play. 100%. Have this guy right here. Let me make sure you guys can see my... All right. You have this guy right here, wide open. This guy right here. You have 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 all these guys wide open. And you audible into... And I'm thinking this is play. I'm not 100%. I'm about 75% that he audibled into this play. Is Brock Purdy scared to throw the deep ball because he's not comfortable, or he doesn't believe in his arm strength and his ball placement throwing the deep route? Because this is something that I noticed that the 49ers did. You know, he's doing a lot of running and a lot of handing off, you know, I know that's part of Kyle Shanahan, the yak yards, but I don't see a lot of deep threat, you know, or even taking shots downfield a lot. Like, I'm talking about like 30-yard shots downfield. You got the first, you still have 1 timeout left, right? Oh, nothing must have happened. So I guess nothing came of that. Geno was running for his life. This is what a dual threat quarterback looks like, you guys. This is what a dual threat quarterback looks like. He looks like this guy right here. Oh, make sure. Okay, there we go. This is what a dual threat quarterback, the way he's able to see, okay, there's nothing there. Get out of there. But this is a smart dual threat quarterback that has an arm and can go downfield, 30 yards if it's there. And it wasn't there. So that is the draw, and this is why they're 4-5 or 5-5 now, because Geno's ability. You know what's interesting? After this review, I'm gonna show you why Brock Purdy and Geno Smith are a lot alike. They're the same quarterback. Good job on the DB. I guess he caught the ball, it was right to him. 49ers put up 3. Oh, my bad, guys. Oh, that was an excellent ball. See, that's what Brock Purdy doesn't have. That right there. He can throw the ball downfield. Great route. This is a great route. Really great route, great running, great throw. And let Kenneth Walker finish it, maybe? Yep. He's going to finish it. He's a hard person to take down. No diddy. Oh, yeah. No D-line. That's what happens when you don't invest in your D-line. This happens. You have your corners and your safeties trying to take down, a 230-pound running back as strong as an ox. That'll bowl you over. Great play, Juwan Jennings, who's been the best receiver besides George Kittle on the team. Where is Deebo Samuel at, you guys? Deebo Samuel has not been there all season long. Okay. Is he going to throw it downfield this time, or is he going to throw it to McCaffrey, or is he going to run it? Let's see what he does, chat. Goes to McCaffrey for the check down because he can't throw it downfield. Okay. McCaffrey's going to finish up, get the yak yards. And Debo was wide open on that play. Maybe that's why Debo's not trying. Okay, you have Debo in the comeback route, it looks like. Could be an out route, but maybe a comeback route. You have the tight end open. This is let's just see what happens. Oh, Juwan Jennings is there to save your day. Well, I'm going to tell you, if Juwan Jennings wasn't there on third downs for Brock Purdy, you guys would be with fire sticks at Brock Purdy's after the game saying, leave, get out of here. That's why I got rid of Trey Lance, because you've been calling for Trey Lance right about now. You don't want that to happen, right? Great play by McCaffrey. That's the 49er plays I thought I was going to see a lot of. I thought I was going to see a lot of those particular plays. I see barely any of those plays. So, just because Kittle's not there doesn't mean you don't have a good line. You don't have Kyle Juszczyk who can block. You don't have good blocking receivers. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? You know what I mean? All right. My bad, you guys. My bad. All right, so the 49ers did score on that drive. My bad, guys. I lost my place. All right, 4 inches. I think they get it. If they get it, no, it said to stop. Fred Warner, everybody else think they got it. Is the measurement? Oh, yep, they did not get it. Good job, 49ers D-line. You know what? All in all, even without the pressures on the quarterback, they played pretty decent on defense because 49ers linebackers and their corners and safeties, even though their corners are extremely young and a couple of their safeties, they are really developing really good. Whoever is their DB coach should get a raise. Here's McCaffrey with a good run. When I saw this, I was like, oh, okay. We're good now. We're good. We'll squeak out like we're always doing. We'll squeak out the win. Yeah, nothing on 3rd and level. Let's go back and watch that play again. Throw it short. Why did he throw it short? Hold on. Let me go back again. Okay, you have 3 receivers out. Okay, you have 3 receivers. No, you have 4. Debo's wide open. Debo's wide open. Debo was open on that play. Watch Debo, you guys. Number 1. Oops, my bad, you guys. Number 1. Let's see if you guys can see this. All right. So I have Debo right here. You guys can't see it. You know what? I think my magic eraser is messing up. Hold on, let's see. All right. All right, let's try it again. All right, but you see, you get the point of the gist of it. I don't know why it's messing up like that. The gist of it is you have Debo right here, next to Jennings on your right. No, it'll be your left side, I guess. If you're like yeah, your left side. You have 3 receivers on the left side, 1 on the right. He's the second one there, and watch him. Right there. Look, Brock Purdy has way more amount of time. Look at all that time the line has given him. Even whoever this receiver is right here, not too sure. Oh, who is that? That's Jennings. He goes out with an out. But look at even right here, you guys. Look at Debo. Wide open, you guys. Wide open. The whole time. Is Brock Purdy afraid to throw the ball? Is he not is he having issues with his arm strength? Is he not believing in his arm? He only threw 152 yards. You know. And no touchdowns. He didn't throw for any touchdowns. He ran for 1, right? Or maybe he did throw 1. Probably like a little screen pass. On the way they operate. All right, so nothing came out of that 3rd and 11. I don't understand. It's bad quarterbacking as well. Why would you throw it to a guy when you have a guy wide open? You didn't even look his way. He was like He was almost like he was just get out there to the guy, and that's it. I don't think it just he didn't even look downfield to go through his progressions, you know. All right, so we have Gino 238. See what he does. He has a little bit under pressure, but enough time to get the ball out. Great throw. That's what a quarterback with an arm will make those good throws like that. Let's go back. Right there, he sees the receiver right there. Bam. Get it to him. Oh, nothing there, but I'm a mortal quarterback. I'm not going to take the yards. Watch that do that. No point of it. I can literally get the ball to that guy and create plays. This is what a mobile quarterback does. And this is why Brock Purdy's not a mobile quarterback, because Brock Purdy will run off and take off and run. He won't throw on the run like a Steve Young or a Lamar Jackson or a Jalen Daniels or any of those type of quarterbacks, like a Kyler Murray. He can't throw on a run like that. So that is a true mobile quarterback. Hold on, let me make sure I go back to this. Let me go back. Another great throw. Tyler Lockett. Okay, so they're now in the red zone now. 18 seconds left. They got to get in there. Obviously, right? No pressure on the D line, like always. Fred Warner is looking like he's spying now. Finally, they spied. There's Fred Warner coming up, but Gino sees that Fred Warner is at the center of the field, and he knows he can outrun Fred Warner. Very smart play by Gino. There's a touchdown. Walks into the end zone. So now 49ers are up 19. Well, 49ers are down 19-17. But they made the field goal, the extra point. Now they can make a field goal. There are 12 seconds left. One timeout. You have a quarterback that does not throw down the field. Doesn't have an arm for that. So that's what happens, you guys. Yeah, hit him on this comeback. Yeah, this is gonna go somewhere. Terrible play call by Kyle Shanahan. Let's throw a 5-yard route, crossing route, hoping with one timeout with 14 seconds left, and hope Deebo Samuel runs for 70 yards on a team that's been playing good defense, that has really good young corners and linebackers. Let's do that, right? They have 8 seconds, 3 seconds is off the clock. Now he decides to flick it to Deebo. Last second, Deebo flicks it back. Lineman. And that is a game. You would have thought, worst case scenario, you would have thought they would have just at least lined up 4 or 5 wide. And see what you got. You know what I mean? Chuck it downfield. Why is Kyle Shanahan running the offense calling plays in this offense where there's short yard, small, short routes, cross routes, short intermediate routes? Why not 4 or 5 wide out? Why not? You have 14 seconds left with the ball in your hands. Why not do this? Why call these plays? And this is the reason why it's time for Kyle Shanahan to go, bro. I'm not gonna lie. He's had 8 years. He's had 8 years. There's a Ben Johnson, who is one of the best offensive coordinators, is available. Who else is available? I wouldn't say part of. I don't do Bill Belichick. That's too much. It's similar to Kyle, but he wins though. Belichick wins. Wins Super Bowls. I don't know. I got somebody that's a better play caller, bro. On defense too as well. There it is. Another loss. Oh, there's a flag. What's the flag about? It's over. Yeah, the game's over with because it was on the offense. It looks like that is it. Is that it? Yeah. All right, you guys. I think I'm done. I'm exhausted. Giving my opinion on how Kyle Shanahan needs to leave. I'm exhausted on telling why Brock Purdy is not $60 million and how I don't know if I would re-sign him to any of that type of money. If he wants any of that type of money, I would not give it to him. I'd rather, draft another quarterback. You have a terrible defensive coordinator, and you need to definitely hit the free agent market when it comes to finding defensive players in the draft. You need to get some linemen, defensive linemen. Hargrove is 30 years old, 31, 32 years old, somewhere around there. His best days may be behind of him. I don't know, but we need to do something with getting pressures. Linebacker, right linebacker is another spot. Maybe left linebacker. Definitely right end, D tackle. Maybe a good depth person. Let's look at top QBs, NFL draft, prospects, NFL draft. Yes, I'm going there. I am going there, you guys. 100% I am going there. I am going there. These are the top quarterbacks. You have Jalen Moreau, Alabama, Cam Ward, who I really like his game. Shedeur Sanders, Colorado, Connor Wigman, Texas A&M, and Garrett Nuss Miller, LSU. I like Jalen Moreau as well because he's a dual threat quarterback. You need a dual threat quarterback in this day and age. There's someone that can throw on a run. Cam Ward is my favorite out of these guys. Shedeur Sanders actually probably might go number one. He might go number one. Didn't say anything about Shedeur Sanders. Alright, let's go. They say this is what they say. Well, Cardinals aren't number one now. So they're saying the first quarterback coming off the board. It's gonna be Cam Ward. This is the what? What spot is this? 1, 2, 3, 4. What are they, is this like a mock draft? Because this doesn't look great. This doesn't look like a great draft. Draft simulator. Okay. So 49ers we're gonna do a draft. We're gonna do a draft simulator, you guys. So we'll go there. I can't unlock because I'm subscribed. But right now, if there was a draft, 49ers would have the 18th pick in the draft. And I'm looking at these teams right now to see who needs a quarterback. Patriots, New York. There's a lot of teams that might need a quarterback. I don't think the Browns will do anything because they're locked in with what's your name for this contract, unless they release him and cut him. Maybe the Colts, maybe not. Here's 49ers lose 2 more games. They're going to be somewhere in here. Somewhere in here. Probably somewhere in the top 10. It's not that insane to. Let's look at the board. Let's look at the big board. These are the top players overall. And I said the 49ers need a D lineman bad. Right linebacker, D lineman bad. Like super bad. Moreau is 12th ranked. Cam Ward. But these are the rankings of the players. Okay, let's go by position. Let's go to quarterbacks. Let's say Brock Purdy. You know, says, hey, I want $60 million, which is not worth it at all. Probably not even half of that. Let's just look at these players. You have Jalen Monroe. 49ers may not have him. May not have an option to get him. Maybe have an option to get Cam Ward. Shedeur Sanders going in the top 10, bro. You know, these quarterbacks, depending on 49ers, have an option. If there's anyone else here, maybe in the second round. Yeah, those are the guys, really, pretty much. All right, let's go to O-line. Let's go to D lineman. Let's go to interior. Some of the 49ers need severely a lot of help at. So you have a Kenneth Grant, Talik Williams, TJ Sanders, Walter Nolan, and Omar Noman-Lott. Some good prospects. Let's look at edge defenders, because edge, they're struggling on the edge. They're probably not going to get those first 2 guys. Maybe not first 3. Mikael Williams would be a great. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Mikael Williams. Yeah, this is the guy right here. Mikael Williams, Shamar Stewart, and James Pace and Latino Overton is probably where the 49ers would be at, somewhere around here. If they lose, like I think they're not going to make the playoffs, they might slide into the 10th spot. If they slide to the 10th spot, they need a edge rusher, or they need maybe interior edge rusher be number 1 on the right side to help Bosa. But a quarterback would not be against it. A quarterback in the 2nd round or 3rd round. Let's look at 49ers draft picks 25. All right, so they have a 1st round pick. They have a 2nd round pick, 3rd round pick. They have 2 3rd round picks. One's a Centauri pick, 4th round pick, 6th round pick, 7th round pick. 49ers are notorious for trading up, trading back for picks. So they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They have 7 picks. They could get rewarded some picks. 49ers will forfeit the original first round pick in the 2020 and will have their fourth round to the end of the fourth round behind sponsor picks. So they moved up another. Okay, so they moved up and chose into the fourth round. That's their picks. All right, so I just want to kind of go over what the positions of need is. Edge rusher, interior D line, and quarterback. If you sign Brock Purdy, you need a good second string quarterback, and there's a guy that knows the offense. Let me stop. See, they're not going to do that because they're not going to bring Trey Lance back. But he's 24 years old, bro. Maybe Trey Lance finally gets his start in the middle of the game tomorrow or next week, and he balls out for 6 games. Would you guys give, if Trey Lance balls out for 6 games, 7 games, would you guys re-sign him? If you're the 49ers, would you re-sign Trey Lance, who knows your offense? Now he's developed. He's got 7 full NFL games in him now. Is he, and he balls out. Would you guys re-sign Trey Lance for a better, cheap option than paying someone $60 million? You got a dual-threat quarterback with an arm now. He's balled out. He showed you, oh, I'm not bad. Well, even when he was on the 49ers, he showed you he wasn't bad. You guys just were so impatient, and you wanted to win, right? And now look where we're at, right? If Brock Purdy gets hurt, it's over with, you guys. It's over with the season. Dobbs is okay quarterback, but he's not going to, just get a string of games out. Not with that schedule they have. I don't know. But anyway, just kind of want to touch base on their needs. Their DBs are really becoming really good players. Severius Ward is a free agent, so I don't know what that looks like to re-sign him. Even though his things, our condolences go out to him and his daughter. Hopefully they can re-sign him. I want them to sign Severius Ward. Okay. I want them to re-sign him. But right now, that's probably not the top priority, and he's not worried about that at all. And I'm understandably so. One wishes to him and his family. But other than that, I appreciate you guys. That's my time. Anyone that's came on, that's popped in, you can go to my YouTube channel. I'm a Savage Creator Reacts. And subscribe, set your notifications, like. If you're on TikTok, I am doing more. I am doing more of these type of lives. I also do gaming as well. And if you want more of an interactive experience, you can go to my Twitch as well. I'm a Savage Creator. And you can follow me with all the news and updates. And you can even join my community as well on Twitter. I'm Savage Creator. And go to Google and type it up. Matter of fact, let's do that right now because I need you guys to support me. That's right. I am a Savage Creator. This is it. You go to Google. Hey, you see there's my YouTube channel, right? There's my Twitter. I'm a Savage Creator, right? There's my other, you don't have to go that one. That's just a backup YouTube channel. There's my IG. You know what I mean? There's you guys on TikTok. You can even go to my Facebook, which don't do that. Ain't much over there, but you can. So yes, there I am. It's not that hard. You can type it in here. I'm a Savage Creator. You're gonna see my Twitter come up. I'm Savage Creator. This one right here is mine's right here. This is mine's too, but this is a backup account right here. This is the one you need to go to right here. So right here, when you see that little check mark with the mask, that's me right there. Okay. So that's the one you need to go to, okay? Other than that, you can also donate right here. All right, so you can donate right here by hitting the mark, Cash App, Patreon, or you can go over to my YouTube channel, which you see right here. Well, that's my dashboard, but you can see right here. You go to my YouTube channel, I'm a Savage Creator Reacts. Make sure it says Reacts, because the other one is my backup channel. And then you can also, if you're on Twitch or Twitter and you see this video, you can also, or IG, you can also go to these channels as well. And you can also go to my Twitch. And I just want to kind of direct you guys, just in case you guys don't see that thing at the top of the screen. You can go to my Twitch. If it comes up, hopefully it does. And you can go to my Twitch as well. You see me with the mask. Yes, that is me in the mask. I do cosplay. Problem, it's just, hey man, I try to make it entertaining. I try to entertain you guys. So some of my content, I'm a variety streamer as well. So some of my content is football, sports, YouTube, sometimes music and what have you. So there's a variety of streaming and gaming. So I give you guys everything you can handle until when I try to entertain you the best way I can. But anyway, I appreciate you guys. Y'all take care, man. Yes, sir.